In this video, I'm going to show you how I made dragon eggs for our haunt this year, a medieval themed haunt. We have lots of dragons, so I wanted to have special custom-made eggs. These eggs are one of a kind, and one features Atmos Effects eerie eyes with the dragon eyes. And I'm going to show you how I created these eggs so you can do it too.
I got these giant eggs off Amazon, and what I'm going to do with them is cover them with the dry clay, but I'm also going to cut a hole in the bottom to put the flame light in it, and so it will kind of glow and look like it's on fire. And then I also am going to cut a little breaking egg part in here, and I'm going to mount or somehow figure out how to put my mom's cell phone inside here. So if you look, it looks like there's a little baby dragon inside, and I'm going to use the Atmos Effects eyeballs for that. There's dragon eye ones, and they look around, and then you'll hear the little baby dragon inside. I'm really excited to do this project, and I hope it works out. I always have these visions and ideas, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, and then I don't post the videos because I'm so embarrassed. Well, some of them I do post. This is gonna be hard. I think I'm gonna have to put something in here and then mount the phone in there. So maybe I need a block of foam. I have to get a little block of foam and then put it inside like this, and then work from there. So I'm a hoarder, and I have these foam corners that I got from a package not too long ago. And so what I'm gonna do is rip them apart, is mark them, cut them, and I'm going to set it inside here, cut a slit in it, and then have it hold the phone. That's what I'm gonna do. Here's that foam I just cut, and I just kind of pushed it in here like so. I could glue it in there, but I almost don't think I need to. I wanted to elevate the phone a little bit higher, so I cut another piece, and I'll just either set that there, or I can glue it with some barge cement, and that way the dragon eyes are just a little bit higher than what it's supposed to be. So, yep, that will work. So here it is. Here's our phone in the egg. So what I'm going to do is do a little crack right here. So while the glue and paint dry on the other egg, I'm gonna go ahead and coat this one with the modeling clay and just do little scales and cracks, and that's all I'm gonna do with that, and then paint it. Shit, how am I gonna paint it without... Oh shit, I guess I'm gonna have to hand paint it. I was gonna spray it, or I was gonna color the... I was gonna tint the... Oh well, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Here we go. I already cut a hole in the bottom of this one. Sorry, it was super boring and you didn't want to see it. And I covered the inside of it with paper towels. Okay, I got some of my favorite carving tools, and I'm just gonna start drawing scales and see how it goes. I will do a time lapse because it's probably going to take me forever. So it's the next day. I put a hefty amount of the good old Mod Podge onto this just to keep it from cracking too much. So it's drying, and as that's drying, I'm working on the other egg, and I'm also working on candles. So I've got a lot of projects going on at the same time. All right, here is the egg after I painted it. So it's all a flat black, and you can see the little hole there, so it's really cool. This one I'm not going to put any clay on because remember we have to pull it apart. So there's that. There's the top. Here's that little iPhone holder I made. I even put a little back on there. So that will go in there. And then the iPhone, this is my phone, I don't have my mom's, will go in there. And then that will go in there like that. And like I said, I'm gonna have to put like some black paper or something on there. And then the egg will push on there. And I can even put, plug it in, because I put a little tiny hole in the back. So I could just let it run all night long and not worry about the battery dying. And so the next step is to download the Dragon Eyes from Atmos Effects and then put it onto my phone and let it loop. But the rest of the egg, what I'm going to do is do a little stencil work on it. I have some scales that are from a stencil, and I'm going to just airbrush over it. And it's going to be, I think, green. I think some green, definitely. And that's all that one's going to be. It's kind of easier than the other egg I'm making, but still technically difficult. It's time to paint. My son really wants me to texturize the broken egg one so it doesn't have this line. And I kind of want to do it, but I kind of don't, and I don't know where I stand with that right now. I do hate seeing that line there. It's pretty obvious. See, you can see it there. And what's cool about the textured egg is you can't see that line at all. So I decided to put the light inside when I paint this, so then if I see that I'm covering up a little spot, I have a little acetone here and I'll just clean off the paint. So it's going to be a little tedious here, but we'll try our best. So I am removing some of the paint in some sections. Okay, I flipped my egg around, and now what we're gonna do is, or what I'm gonna do is go a little bit on the top, do that purple again, and just blend in a little bit of the green. I kind of personally like the little bit of white showing. It gives it a little extra detail in there. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of green. That's pretty dang cool. Look at that. Ooh, look at the colors. You can get a little bit of that iridescent green in there with that sparkle, and then you get the purple down below. Oh yeah, this is gonna look awesome. Super stoked. So I'm planning on making these nests. I might just make it look like it's like some coals, and that's why I'm using the plastic so I could put lights underneath it. I have little like the Christmas light type things. And what I'm gonna do is just use spray foam, Loctite, and then let that dry and kind of mold the eggs into the nest. And I just wanted to stick some bones in there to look like the nest was made out of somebody's bones. I think that's something a dragon would do, you know, like. Okie dokie. So it looks like the dragons took an enormous poop, a pile of poop. Maybe it's going to be a steaming pile of poop, and they just stuck their eggs right in it. You know, that's the story I'm going with. People ask, you know, what are dragon nests made of? Well, steaming pile of dragon poop right there. Okay, we're actually going to let that dry. We're going to paint it red. And then what we're going to do is glue in the hands and stuff. So that way it's easier to paint and do that later. Or even maybe use spray foam again to put the little bones and the hands and the feet in. What I did is just kind of place the bones around how I want them. I'm going to spray foam, not as much, just a little bit at different spots to keep it nice and secure in that. And then I will do the airbrush one more time with those colors, and then we'll top it off with a little bit of black, like it's charred, like coals, and these little nests will be done. And it still looks like dragon poop. Of course, like dragons eat people and animals, and now it's in their poop. Whatever. I think it's funny. I think it's fun. All right, that's that. And I think what I'll do next is maybe clean up the bones, get some of the paint off of it, and we'll put those eggies in there and light them up, and that's our nests, our egg nests made out of dragon poop and bones. Flaming hot dragon poop and bones. All right, so we're all set to test tonight. I'm charging the phone inside, but there's the charger. That will go in there so the phone can run all night. I'll be able to plug it in so I don't have to worry about it. These are all plugged in. Should work perfectly. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. I have plates. I can put plates down on that. We'll figure it out. Let's hope this works. Here are my eggs, and let's test them out. So before it gets too dark here, I wanted to bring my little eggs out and plug in the phone. I charged it all day. And then, what else? Oh, I didn't put the little lights underneath my egg nests, my dragon poop nests, because the lights I bought were just too big and bulky, so I think I'm gonna have to get twinkle lights. But I did put some little, like these little candles underneath it to see the effect. Here we go. Before it gets too dark, here are our eggs. Bring me forth my wine.
There you go.
Thank you. All right. dragon eggs. Do you agree? They're cool?
Freaking awesome.
All right. One thing done. Million more things to do. All right. Well, if you make your dragon eggs, be sure to like show them to me, comment, tell me how you did it, if you did it different. I'd love to hear all those comments. Thank you, and on to the next project. Cheers.
Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay spooky, my friends.